Well, good morning. As you can probably see, I got a little bit of a hook in my neck here, but Dan and I are just getting started here this morning. We're gonna do some river fishing. One of the first casts went awry and we were able to get the whopper plopper disconnected and one of the hooks out with the braid technique, but the other one is just too deep. We haven't been able to get it out, so we just cut the hook off. Probably end up in the ER later to get that extracted, but we did catch a couple smallies already on that whopper plopper, so same one that caught me. So it's 3 for 3 so far today. Yeah. We're gonna keep fishing. It actually doesn't hurt that bad, so we're gonna just move our way up the river here, and we're probably gonna throw some top water early, and then we're gonna be throwing some jigs and some heavy brush, looking for some walleyes later on and some bass. But it's a really fun technique if you guys haven't done this before, just to get in a river. Sometimes it's a little bit of a hassle. You got to go around some logs and through some shallow spots, but there's some really good fish in rivers, and if you can get to them, it's worth it. There's one.
So right now I'm just throwing a whopper plopper up along the banks. Usually on a river system like this, I'll throw a whopper plopper and then a jig, so you get both top of the water column, bottom of the water column, and usually works pretty good.
That's a nice fish, Dan. Oh yeah, that's a tank largie. Came right out of that brush pile. Nice.
Yeah. On a Texas rig.
On a Texas rig, yep.
So
yeah, that's just the start here. It should be a pretty good morning. There should be a lot of fish up in here with this cooler water, and we're just getting going. Hopefully we pick up some walleyes for dinner, but we're definitely gonna have fun with the bass today. Oh, there's one. Barely hit the water. Come on, buddy. Oh, don't go in there. It's right in the thick stuff here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Toss back up into some salad with the top water here. And he smoked it basically as soon as it hit the water. Nice little fish. Not huge, but they're all fun when they hit the whopper plopper. There's a good one. Yeah, maybe it's a smaller hook. It's a good fish too. There we go. That's a tank. There's a nice largemouth on the Billy Rub hot shot on that brush guard jig. I just flipped it up in some brush and he started swimming out with it. So that's a nice 2.5 probably. Something like that. Just lots of solid fish in here, nice chunky ones, and that's what you'll find in a lot of these rivers like this. They are super healthy fish, oftentimes pretty fast growing and really aggressive. So he's got another one. Looks like a brown one. Yeah. Want a net?
yeah, I got light line on.
It's a nice one. Nice. On the drop shot.
On the drop shot. Yeah.
That's a dandy. Nice dark river smallie.
Chunky.
Yep. Having fun yet?
I love this.
Now, largemouth. That was on just a wacky Senko, which is really hard to beat when you're fishing this brush. Just hooked on a little brush guard jig, little wire brush guard there. Keep it from snagging up on the trees, and just let it fall right next to the brush, and that works really well. Oh, oh, did he crush that? That might be a pike, I don't know.
It looks pikey.
The way he hit it looked pikey, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's actually a keeper. Really nice. Man, did he crush that whopper plopper. Yeah, let's net him. Nice. No. He didn't actually go in the net, but that worked. Luckily he was hooked really good, just like I was. So there's the first species for dinner right there. That's a perfect eating size pike, and he just absolutely crushed that whopper plopper. We're gonna drop him in the live well and keep going after it here. Hopefully we can pick up a walleye or two to go along with him, but that's a good start for dinner. Oh, walleye. Nut. Yeah, there we go. Did not expect that. Yep, look at that. Walleye on a swim bait. Just totally out of the blue. Did not expect that fish at all. Just on a weedy corner of all places. And that's a keeper, so he's gonna go in with my pike for a little dinner. Nice, that's awesome. You just never know on these rivers what's gonna hit. We've got pike, smallmouth, now a walleye, and some largemouth. So we're pretty sure there's fish under most of these trees, especially the good looking trees. So we're spending some time on each tree, and we're often not getting bit until the 5th, 6th cast in, maybe with a different bait. Oftentimes just a different spot on the tree. These fish usually have pretty small strike zones, so oftentimes if you don't get it right on their nose, they're not going to hit it. But we're just flipping jigs, different styles of jigs. You know, we're using some small ones like this one, and then we're using big bass jigs as well. But everything has brush guards on it because these fish are holding really tight to cover, and typically you're not going to get as many bites if you stay out away from them. So we're getting right in there, getting down and dirty in the right on the edges in the brush as far as we can get the bait. So there's one. Here's smallmouth. There we go. Nice chunky smallmouth again on that kind of that Ned rig, weedless Ned rig with the brush guard and the Billy Rub hot shot. That's been a really good bait. Another chunky river smallie. I love those dark colors on those things. So basically what we've been doing here today is we've been throwing all kinds of different baits on this structure along the banks, and it's kind of, you'll catch one fish on one thing and then toss something else in there and you might catch another one, and sometimes you won't get anything on the first bait. You'll try something else and hook another fish. So it's just kind of a matter of trying different presentations until you catch the fish, but you know they're there. Every one of these trees has fish on it pretty much, so you just got to switch it up and you'll eventually catch them. That's a fish. Oh, and a log.
And a log.
Dan's got both. They might have picked it right off the log. It's a nice fish. Is that on a jig?
Drop shot.
Drop shot. There we go. Just throwing up right along the edge of these logs right here. Pull out a nice chunker on a drop shot. That's a dangerous place to throw a drop shot, but sometimes,
Pays off.
Sometimes it does pay off.
Nice healthy fish.
Yeah, nice. Oh, he tugged really hard and spit it right before I set the hook. Oh, we got it again. There he is. I thought he spit it, but I must have just pulled it out of his mouth. Feels nice. Feels nice. Oh yeah. Really nice fish. There. That's a nice fish. Another chunky river smallie right there. That's probably pushing 3 pounds. Again, caught on that same bait. It's basically a jig worm, but the profile of this worm is a little bit fatter, which I like, and it also holds that billy rub scent really well with the ribs on it. That's a really nice chunker. These are so fun to catch in the river. It's really fun when you got a mixed bag like we have today. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's another nice one. Another nice smallmouth. Oh, there we go. They're all just stocky. Really nice fish. Right in that brush again. Pretty much just throwing this jig worm now. They really like that today. It's probably the high sun and the high pressure coming through. They're a little more finicky, but they're definitely eating it. Well, we're just about back to where we started this morning, and man, I don't know how many fish we've caught. Do you, Dan?
Probably 20 to 30.
20 to 30 fish, I'm guessing. Caught everything. Pike, walleyes, smallmouth, largemouth, and on everything. We caught them on basically jig worms, we caught them on Ned rigs, we caught them on swim baits, we caught them on bass jigs, we caught them on top waters. I mean, you name it. So we had so much fun, I almost forgot that there was a treble hook stuck in my neck. So it's been a good day. We're gonna get out of here, fish this out, and then we'll go figure out how to get this hook out of my neck. So you guys have a good one. Get hooked up. We'll see you next time. Barely, basically. Another one. Oh, walleye. Nice. Dan just pulled out one more walleye on
The Texas rig.
Texas rig craw. That's awesome. Nice.